Continuing the Baba villain, the Kaliki villain. We got part one on YouTube, part 2 now. More reactions to Kaliki prophecy talks.
Long ago, the sages asked Lord Vishnu, what will happen at the end of Kali Yuga? Vishnu revealed a chilling vision. When truth is gone, when rulers become tyrants, when families collapse and greed devours the world, then the earth will cry out for justice. And in that final moment, Vishnu will return. Not as Rama, not as Krishna, but as Kalki, the warrior on a white horse, wielding a blazing sword to destroy the darkness and restore Dharma.
All these pictures are badass, bro.
That will mark the
bro, that's Kali.
and the beginning of
a new golden age.
Long ago, the sages asked Lord Vishnu.
You can watch this. All these are me, bro.
Long ago, what will happen at the end of Kali Yuga? Vishnu revealed a chilling vision. When truth is gone, when rulers become tyrants, when families collapse and greed devours the world, then the earth will cry out for justice. And in that final moment, Vishnu will return. Not as Rama, not as Krishna, but as Kalki.
Kaliki in the villain.
The warrior on a white horse, wielding a blazing sword to destroy the darkness and restore Dharma once again. That will mark the end of Kali Yuga and the beginning of a new golden age. Long ago, the
Okay.
Ever wondered when Kalki Avatar will come to defeat evil and bring peace? According to ancient prophecy,
That's me, bro. Son. Someone there, Shadi.
the Kalki Avatar, the final incarnation of Lord Vishnu, will be born to restore peace and destroy all wickedness. Nostradamus, the famous astrologer, predicted that this world savior would be born on a Thursday. Hindu scriptures add that Kalki will arrive on the 12th day after the full moon in the month of Baisakhi, just before the end of the Kali Yuga. He is said to take birth in the home of the most prominent Brahmin in the village of Samhal and will
Alright, you gotta look at all these Kalikis, bro.
marry
Just tell me
Padmavati
it
of
doesn't look like.
Sinhala. Do you believe Kalki Avatar has already been born, or is his arrival still to come?
Yeah, bro. Fuck me up, everybody.
Ever wondered when Kalki Avatar will come to defeat evil and bring peace? According to ancient prophecy, the Kalki Avatar, the final incarnation of Lord Vishnu, will be born to restore peace and destroy all wickedness. Nostradamus, the famous astrologer, predicted that this world savior would be born on a Thursday. Hindu scriptures add that Kalki will arrive on the 12th day after the full moon in the month of Baisakhi, just before the end of the Kali Yuga.
So it's Kaliki right here, sitting on the throne with motherfucking Kali, and they say he's Kalki. Yeah, Kaliki and Jesus, the final prophecy that unites all.
Every civilization, every culture has asked the same question. What happens when the world falls into complete darkness? What is take the place of truth, when greed becomes the only god, when people betray one another for power and wealth? Who will save humanity? From the deserts of Arabia to the mountains of India, from the forests of America to the icy lands of Europe, stories speak of a final savior, a being who appears when hope seems lost. In Hinduism, it is Kalki, the 10th and final avatar of Vishnu. In Christianity, it is Jesus Christ, who returns at the end of days. In Buddhism, it is Mithraida. In Islam, it is the Imam Mahdi. And in Zoroastrianism, it is Seoshine. Across continents, across centuries, the image is almost the same, a warrior on a white horse, carrying a sword of divine power, appearing when humanity has lost its way. It's just different stories. Or do they point to the same universal truth? When night is darkest, light will always return. The question remains, what does it mean for us today? Are we merely waiting for an external savior, or could the real salvation lie within ourselves? Hindu scriptures describe the current era as Kali Yuga, the age of quarrel, chaos, and moral decline. The Vishnu Purana warns, when society collapses, rulers will act like thieves. People will lie without shame. Wealth alone will decide a man's worth. Families will break apart, compassion will vanish, and spirituality will become rare. People will forget the meaning of Dharma, or righteous living, and only personal gain will guide actions. The Bhagavata Purana adds, truth will disappear. Men will betray one another. Kings will rule with cruelty. The earth itself will become restless.
I don't want to hear about it anymore. I know. Coming to Kaliki.
Small, peaceful village called Shampala to parents Vishnuyasha and Sue. Faster than truth. People worship money, power, and fame more than justice or compassion. It is as if the ancient scriptures were describing our very headlines. And yet, in the middle of all this darkness, these texts promise a turning point, a moment when the Savior will appear, a force of justice and truth, to restore balance to the world. It is this moment that the world has been waiting for. Hindu scriptures describe Kalki's arrival with incredible detail. He will be born in a small, peaceful village called Shampala to parents Vishnuyasha and Sue. Though his birth seems ordinary, sages will immediately recognize signs of divinity. Some texts say his body will shine with an unusual light, and his eyes will reveal wisdom far beyond his years. From a young age, Kalki will be trained for his mission. The immortal warrior Parshurama, the sixth avatar of Vishnu, still wandering the earth, will become his teacher. He will train Kalki in the arts of war, discipline, and the deep knowledge of Dharma. Every meant to prepare him for the time when evil reaches its peak. Kalki's most famous companion is his white horse, Devdutta. This is no ordinary horse. It symbolizes purity, speed, and unstoppable divine energy. The sword, blazing brighter than the sun, is more than a weapon. It is the light of truth, the force that cuts through lies, greed, and injustice. The Kalki Purana says he will travel the world, confronting rulers who have abused power, armies that thrive on cruelty, and thieves of Dharma. He is not just a warrior. He is a symbol, the personification of righteousness, arriving when the world has descended into total darkness. And why now? Why in this age of chaos? Because Kali Yuga will have his hour.
You gotta know what's up, my nigga. Kaliki been in the building.
Only then will Kalki appear, bringing the
Shut the fuck up, nigga. Bring it up. Prema Yuga. Satya is out of here.
From his birth to his mission is a reminder. Divine intervention comes now.
Love.
But when hope seems lost and courage is needed most. The Bible presents a vision of a final savior that mirrors Kalki. In Revelation, John writes of a white horse, and the rider called Faithful and True, whose eyes are like flames of fire and whose mouth produces a sharp sword to strike the nations. This is Jesus, preparing for the final battle of Armageddon. He will confront the beast, the Antichrist, and all forces that have spread evil across the earth. His sword symbolizes truth and divine justice, just as Kalki's sword does in Hindu texts. Revelation continues that he will rule with a rod of iron, breaking all chains of injustice, and that his kingdom will be everlasting, bringing 1,000 years of peace. Jesus' white horse, like Devdatta, represents purity, speed, and unstoppable force. His eyes symbolizes the cleansing of the illumination of truth. Every detail emphasizes that he comes not merely to fight external enemies, but to restore balance, righteousness, and moral order. Centuries ago, these visions warned humanity. When the world falls into darkness, divine justice rides forth. The parallels between Kalki and Jesus are striking. Both ride white. Both carry swords that symbolize truth, simple weapons. Here when evil has reached its peak. Both bring an end to one age and the beginning of another. These coincidences, civilizations separated by thousands of miles, glimpse the same vision of the future. Perhaps ancient wisdom across time is telling us one thing: hope will always return. This theme repeats throughout the world. In Buddhism, Buddha is the future Buddha when Dharma is forgotten. In Islam, Imam Mahdi rises alongside Jesus to defeat injustice. In Zoroastrianism, Saoshyant appears to end darkness and restore balance. In Norse mythology, Vidar rises after Ragnarok.
In the Jesus Christ building, Kaliki is
in
there.
ancient America,
In the Kaliki building, Jesus Christ is there.
to guide humanity.
In the Baba building, Kaliki is there.
Different names, different
In every building,
yet the message
Kaliki
is
is
always
there,
the
bro.
same. Do not fear the
So what are you
night,
gonna say?
for
You're
dawn
gonna
is
say,
coming.
I already know what you're gonna
These
say.
saviors are not only warriors
You're gonna say,
outside
who
us.
is the savior?
Perhaps they are
He ain't
symbols
drinking
within
no
us,
squirt right
representing
now,
qualities
that's for
that
sure.
Humanity must awaken in itself. The white horse may symbolize purity of heart, courage, and the power to move swiftly through challenges. The sword may signify wisdom, knowledge, and
You drinking
discernment
that
that cuts through
Shasta
falsehood,
sass.
deceit, and ignorance. The fire in their eyes could represent inner strength, the burning away of illusions, and the courage to stand for truth, even when the world resists. Ancient texts repeatedly emphasize that darkness is necessary before light can shine, that destruction and chaos are precursors to renewal. Hinduism speaks of yugas, cycles of time that bring moral decline followed by revival. Christianity speaks of the end times, where sin reaches its peak before God's kingdom is restored. Buddhism emphasizes the cycles of Dharma, showing that suffering is a precursor
I
to
just found
enlightenment.
this weed on my foot.
Across all traditions, the message is clear. The Savior is not merely an external being, it is a call to awaken what is dormant inside each of us. Could Kaliki, Jesus, and other saviors be more than literal beings? Could they represent the collective awakening of human consciousness? As humanity faces extreme darkness, wars, injustice, climate crises, or moral collapse, individuals with courage, wisdom, and compassion emerge to lead, to teach, and to heal. Perhaps the sword is knowledge, science, or even technology, tools that can cut through ignorance and illuminate the truth. Perhaps the white horse represents speed of change, energy, and clarity in thought and action. Even today, people rise to challenge injustice, protect the vulnerable, and inspire hope, modern embodiments of these ancient prophecies. The prophecies remind us that the dawn always follows the night and that no matter how deep the darkness, light persists in some form. They encourage reflection. Are we waiting for a savior to appear outside ourselves, or are we the awakening force the world desperately needs? Kaliki, Jesus, Maitreya, Mahdi, Seoshayant, Quetzalcoatl, different names, different traditions, yet all share the same story, the story of hope. And perhaps the greatest secret is that the savior is not merely someone who comes from the outside. Perhaps the savior is already here, within us. It is the courage to stand for truth when lies surround us, the fire to fight injustice when evil prevails, and the strength to bring light into darkness. Awakening this savior means taking responsibility, making choices that restore balance, and spreading compassion, wisdom, and courage. The world is descending to chaos, but even a single awakened individual can start a ripple that changes everything. The real question is not when Kaliki or Jesus will arrive. The real question is, when will we awaken the savior within ourselves? Every action, every choice, every small act of truth contributes to the new age, the dawn that comes after the darkest night. And this is the eternal message of all prophecies. Hope, courage, and the light of consciousness are never lost. They are waiting for each of us to awaken, to ride the white horse within, and wield the sword of truth that transforms our world.
You know what it is.